Advice for the wise and wonderful. Have you ever noticed that some people just glow with peace as they grow older, while others seem weighed down by tension, worn out from a life of shoulds and musts? Here's a surprising truth. Happiness in your later years isn't about doing more. It's about doing less of what steals your peace. Yes, the lazier you are at certain things, the more you gently let go, the brighter and freer your golden years can feel. Let's talk about 5 surprising areas where putting in less effort can actually bring you more joy. And along the way, I'll share some heartwarming stories, fresh ideas, and maybe even a few little aha moments just for you. 1. The lazier you are at worrying what others think, the happier you'll be. The lazier you are at worrying about what others think, the happier you'll be in old age. It sounds simple, even a little rebellious, but it carries a profound truth that many people only discover later in life. When we're younger, so much of our time is spent measuring ourselves against others, trying to say the right thing, wear the right clothes, live the right way. We shape our lives around unspoken expectations, afraid to step out of line, afraid to be judged. But as the years pass and we begin to reflect, something inside us starts to shift. We begin to see that the opinions we feared most often came from people who were never really watching us in the first place. There is a peace that comes with age, but only if we allow it. Letting go of the need for approval doesn't mean becoming careless. It means becoming free. It means putting comfort before appearance, authenticity before performance, and joy before judgment. You start to realize that your worth has nothing to do with how others see you. It comes from the life you've lived, the love you've given, and the lessons you've earned. Imagine the weight lifted when you stop second-guessing yourself. You say what you mean with kindness, not hesitation. You dress for comfort and warmth, not trends. You choose how you spend your time based on what fills your heart, not what fits a mold. And slowly you begin to feel more like yourself than ever before. That kind of freedom, true, quiet freedom, is one of the great gifts of growing older. So be a little lazy when it comes to worrying what others think. That energy is far too precious now, and you've got better things to do with it, like enjoying your life on your own beautiful terms. 2. The lazier you are at holding on to. Draining relationships, the happier you'll be. The lazier you are at forcing relationships, the happier you'll be in old age. It's a lesson that doesn't come easily, especially to those of us who were raised to believe that love means holding on no matter what. But as time passes, you start to understand that not every relationship is meant to last forever, and not every connection deserves to be carried into the later chapters of your life. There comes a quiet wisdom in realizing that peace often begins where effort ends. In younger years, we chase people. We try to mend broken friendships, rekindle fading bonds, and make family gatherings feel whole even when they have long been fractured. We convince ourselves that more effort will fix what's missing. But somewhere along the way, we begin to see that relationships should never feel like uphill battles. If someone doesn't meet you halfway, if they only show up when they need something, or leave you feeling drained instead of uplifted, then maybe it's not love you're holding on to, but a version of it you hope would grow. As you age, time becomes more sacred. The people you surround yourself with should bring light, not shadows. The ones who care will call without a reminder. They'll sit beside you without needing a reason. You won't have to chase them or explain your worth. And when you stop pouring yourself into relationships that no longer give back, you create space for the ones that do. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing peace over pressure. It means valuing your heart enough to stop forcing connections that were never meant to be permanent. And in that gentle release, you'll find something rare and beautiful, a life surrounded by people who love you freely, without effort, without struggle, and without condition. 3. The lazier. You are trying to change people. the happier you'll be. The lazier you are at trying to change people, the happier you'll be in old age. It's one of those truths that settles in slowly. After a lifetime of trying to fix, to guide, to persuade, we've all done it. We've spent years offering advice that wasn't asked for, hoping our words would be enough to steer someone we love away from a mistake. We've carried the weight of other people's choices on our shoulders, believing we could love them into changing. But as the years pass and the noise of urgency softens, we start to understand something. People only change when they decide to. Not when we plead, not when we push, and not even when we offer every part of ourselves to help them see the light. In our hearts, we mean well. A mother sees her child struggling and wants to make it right. A husband watches his wife grow distant and wants to bring her closer. A friend notices poor health habits and longs to intervene. But with time comes the realization that real change, deep, lasting change, can never be forced. The more you try to shape someone's path, the more resistance you meet. And eventually you realize that what you're really doing is sacrificing your peace in a battle that was never yours to fight. There's a quiet power in letting go, not of love, but of control. When you stop trying to fix others, you begin to focus on the one person you can guide, yourself. You learn to lead by example, to offer compassion without expectation, and to be there when they're ready, if they're ever ready. That kind of acceptance brings a freedom that can't be bought. It brings calm to the heart and clarity to the soul. And with it comes a deeper kind of happiness, one rooted in grace, not struggle. 4. The lazier you are at chasing people who don't value you, the happier you'll be. The lazier you are at chasing people who don't value you, the happier you'll be in old age. It's a painful truth that many of us learn only after years of trying too hard to hold on to people who were never truly holding us. We give and give, hoping it will be enough to be seen, enough to be loved, enough to matter. We reach out first, we make the plans, we remember birthdays and special days, and we keep telling ourselves that if we just keep trying, they'll show up the way we wish they would. But the truth is, when someone cares, you won't have to chase them. They'll come on their own. Growing older teaches us the value of our time, our energy, and our emotional well-being. There comes a point when you begin to see that constantly running after people who make excuses, who show up only when it's convenient, who forget how much you've done for them, isn't love. It's self-neglect. And the longer you keep doing it, the lonelier it feels. There is no peace in a one-sided relationship. There is only the echo of your own effort, unanswered. Letting go doesn't mean bitterness. It means finally believing that you deserve reciprocity. It means understanding that real love, real friendship, and real connection never require chasing. They flow naturally. When you stop running after those who can't or won't value you, something shifts inside. You begin to reclaim your worth. You open space for new people who bring warmth, laughter, and ease. People who see you as you are without needing to be reminded. There is deep comfort in that kind of presence. And in choosing not to chase, you choose peace, you choose dignity, and you choose a happiness that no one has the power to withhold. 5. The lazier you're at trying to control everything, the happier you'll be. The lazier you are at trying to control everything, the happier you'll be in old age. It may sound strange at first. After all, we spend most of our lives planning, organizing, and holding things together. We raise children, manage households, work jobs, and care for loved ones, often believing that if we don't keep every wheel turning, everything might fall apart. But as the years pass and life humbles us, we begin to realize that control was always an illusion. The more tightly we grip, the more drained we become. The more we try to shape every outcome, the more we miss the quiet beauty of the moment we're in. There is something deeply healing about letting go. Not giving up, but letting go. Letting go of the need to fix every problem, to manage every detail, to hold everyone else's lives together. Life, with all its unpredictability, keeps unfolding whether we fight it or flow with it. When we finally ease up on trying to make everything perfect, we make space for something softer, something more peaceful to enter. You start to see that the world won't stop turning if the dishes wait, if the plans change, if someone else handles it for once. You begin to breathe deeper. You laugh more. You notice the sun hitting the window just right, the way your coffee tastes in the morning, the way the birds sing outside your door. You begin to trust that not everything needs your control to go right. And even when things go wrong, you learn you can survive without falling apart. The older you get, the more precious your energy becomes. Don't waste it on trying to steer every wave. Let go, just a little. Let life carry you for a change. That's where the peace lives. That's where happiness begins. Final thoughts. As we grow older, many of us search for peace, purpose, and a deeper kind of happiness. What this message beautifully reminds us is that sometimes the answer isn't found in doing more, but in doing less of the things that exhaust our spirit. Each of the 5 ideas shared offers a quiet but powerful invitation. Let go. Let go of worrying what others think. Let go of forcing relationships that no longer fit. Let go of trying to change people who aren't ready. Let go of chasing those who don't value your presence. And perhaps most importantly, let go of trying to control everything. Instead of clinging to roles and responsibilities that no longer serve us, we are encouraged to embrace the freedom that comes with acceptance. There is a richness in living life on your own terms, in finding comfort in your skin, peace in your solitude, and joy in the small, unplanned moments. Aging isn't about fading away. It's about refining your focus, choosing wisely where to place your heart, and learning to rest in the knowledge that you've done more than enough. The lesson here is profound. Peace doesn't come from holding on. It comes from knowing what to release. If you're in a season of life where you feel worn out by old patterns, this is your invitation to pause, reflect, and begin gently letting go. You don't have to fix everyone. You don't have to chase love. You don't have to carry the weight of every worry. Start small. Choose one thing this week to release. Give yourself the permission to stop holding so tightly. You've earned your peace. Now is the time to live in it, breathe it in, and finally fully enjoy the life that is yours to live.